So you are no longer a slave, but a son. And if a son, then also an heir through God. This is the good news that is proclaimed to us through Jesus, that we are not orphans. We are not alone in this world. We are not without purpose or plan or destiny. And we are certainly not slaves. We are beloved sons and daughters of God, our Almighty Father in heaven. And the problem is, it's very easy for us to get distracted by the lies of the evil one and the world around us. The world around us likes to tell us that you are the sum of your gifts or abilities, that your value comes from what you do or what you give to this world. And the evil one loves to tell us the lie that you are broken, that you have no hope, that there is no future for you. You'll never get better. You'll always be dealing with these difficulties you have, and this is just all it'll be. But through Jesus Christ, we know the truth. We are beloved of God. As we enter into this new year, I'm sure many of you are thinking about New Year's resolutions, which is it's an interesting pattern, right? Everyone does this, and yet they say the average length that these New Year's resolutions last is 7 to 11 days. So most of the time they don't really go anywhere, and yet every year we all go back to these things and think about what we're going to do for this new year. But what I would like to suggest for all of us is that we take the pattern, the example of Mary, this on her feast, the solemnity of Mary, the Mother of God. In this gospel that I just read from Luke chapter 2, it's one of the little references to Mary pondering these things in her heart. It's a little phrase that's repeated several times in the first few chapters of Luke, that Mary pondered these things in her heart. Do we ponder the things of God in our heart day by day, week by week? Or do we just kind of come to Mass for a little bit and then go right back to being completely consumed with the world around us? And when we're consumed by the world around us, that's when we fall into that bad thinking, those lies of the enemy. And as I've heard other preachers say, there's a lot of stinking thinking out there. Amen? What we need is the clear truth of God to penetrate our hearts and to teach us the truth about the world around us and about us, that we are sons and daughters of God Most High. And a way that we can do this is to be like Mary, to ponder in our hearts the things of God. So let's, as we begin this new year, entrust it to Mary, our mother, and ask her for the grace to follow after her, to take time for prayer, to read God's holy word, to learn about the angels and the saints who have gone before us. All of these simple but very concrete ways that we can ponder the work of God in our hearts. And through this, be brought closer to the Lord in this new year and be more firmly rooted in our true identity as sons and daughters of God.